How you doing?
Good, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
We got a call just basically that you were just reporting vehicles throughout the, I guess that we're driving around the IBC.
Okay, what happened?
I'm sorry?
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
It was just that we had received a call that you were reporting vehicles while they were passing by the IBC.
Okay.
Are you from the area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an ID on you just that this much knows that I'm in contact with you?
This is a consensual encounter?
No, we actually got a call.
How come it's not consensual?
Well, because we had parties that were asking for me to check out with you.
Is there a crime being broken?
No, there isn't.
So it's consensual then, right?
Well, it's not consensual because if it was consensual, then that would be just me making contact with you without me being dispatched to you.
Well, since there's not a crime, then you have no investigation, right?
Well, no, it is that's the reason why I'm here. I didn't know that you were standing behind the IBC bank.
The suspicion of crime?
No, it's not.
So you have no reason to be here, right?
No, I do. I'm advising you that I got a call.
Oh, okay. So I think what you...
Alright guys, listen up. The cameras are rolling, and this encounter starts calm but tense. Officers respond to a vague call about a man recording vehicles near a public area. No crime is identified, no emergency is reported, yet contact is made. Right away, we see the core issue form, authority arrives without clear cause, and questions begin before facts are established.
do is make contact with them then.
No, because I don't know.
Oh. So you just got an anonymous call.
Dispatch, just dispatch.
Okay. Well, I don't really give ID.
Well, you're required to right now because obviously I got a call. It's not a consensual encounter.
I'm only required to give ID. I believe it's 3802 Penal Code. I'm only required to give an ID if I'm lawfully arrested. I'm not lawfully arrested.
Well, no. Obviously, if you're arrested, then yes,
right.
Obviously you're required to give your information. Mm-hmm. But what I'm trying to make you understand is this isn't a casual encounter. I just didn't drive by here and just say, hey, okay, let me check out with this guy. That's not what happened.
Okay, so
I didn't know that you were out here.
You're right.
Okay.
So in terms of your investigation was a suspicious person.
Yeah, that's how the call came. And obviously you're not doing anything wrong. I mean, I can see that you're just standing here with your phone. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not. You know what I mean?
So
and
why
you're not in any trouble.
I mean, I wouldn't know that. If I surrender my Fourth Amendment, I could be wanted. Then I'd be surrender of Fourth Amendment, then I could be in trouble.
In trouble for what?
I'm just saying, in hypothetical scenarios, we watch cops all the time, right? It still comes on TV. When someone surrenders their Fourth Amendment, such as their ID, you guys run that through NCIS, and then you go, or ASIS, you're right, and you run their system, their information is look for warrants. So now...
Here's where things heat up. The officer insists this is not a consensual encounter, despite admitting no crime has occurred. The citizen pushes back, calmly but firmly, invoking constitutional rights. Alright guys, pay attention. This is the moment where misunderstanding of law versus procedure begins to collide, and the balance of power starts to shift.
They surrendered their Fourth Amendment, then they're subject to arrest.
Okay, so do you understand the reason why I'm here?
Yeah,
I totally understand that, but that would be like in a whole different circumstance, right? This isn't a traffic stop or anything like that. Right. It's not a casual encounter. I mean, you can just provide me information. We did get a call that you were out here recording vehicles. Again, you're not committing any crime. The only thing is that I got dispatched here.
Okay. No rings. You're not married?
No, sir.
Why not?
No need to be.
No need to be? Oh, wow. Woo.
If you don't mind, I'll be out of your hair. It's kind of hot out here, and you can continue.
Hey, it's a good shade. Look at this shade tree. Unfortunately, I cannot assist you with your investigation. That's not my job. I'm not going to do that. So even identifying me will be assisting you with your investigation.
Well, the thing is that I don't know you personally.
You're not supposed to. I'm a private citizen.
Yeah, of course. So
right.
What I'm saying is I got dispatched here.
Well, you gotta know.
So it's not a consensual encounter, right? You do have to identify, is what I'm saying.
I don't have to identify.
Because it isn't a
How long you been an officer?
Encounter. A few years.
Few years. I got a question. This is hypothetical speaking. I'm not insinuating nothing. This is a hypothetical conversation. When officers encounter a member of the public, and a member of the public explains to them their right. Okay.
I can hear you. I can multitask.
Okay. Name?
How's it going, bro? Officer Munguia.
Badge number?
747.
747. What was your?
Now we enter the Fourth Amendment battlefield. The citizen explains why handing over ID can expose someone to unnecessary checks and potential arrest. He's not yelling, not resisting, he's educating. This is critical. The officer listens, but confusion remains. This segment exposes how quickly rights can be pressured when officers rely on calls instead of clear legal thresholds.
Badge number. 747. Okay, just like a hypothetical question. I'm not insinuating nothing, but when officers encounter a member of the public, and the member of the public state their rights or a penal code, why do officers never think that they're police? Is it because there's a code of conduct that says if you're a police, you wouldn't do this? If you're a police, you wouldn't be out here with a camera doing what you're doing. Is that like an internal thought process?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even know.
Wow. So no one. So when I rewind this and play this, you're saying I gave an incomplete sentence?
That's not what I'm saying, sir.
Well, then why don't you know what I'm talking about?
So right now we're obviously you're going off topic, right?
I'm supposed to, because you have no reason to be here.
I do. I just explained that to you. We got a phone call,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just somebody concerned. That's all it is, right?
And now you're here.
And now I'm here. So it's not a consensual encounter, like I mentioned. I just didn't drive by here and decide to talk to you.
You did.
I did. I actually got here. So
It's a little too loud for us to just roll by and talk to people.
we just came into shift anyway. So
Well, the reason I say you did is because no one gave you a citation of a law being broken or a policy being broken. Therefore, for you to drive past and observe, you observe the suspicious person, which is me. You see no crime. He was given no crime.
no.
And you observe the suspicious person, which is me. And since you observed the suspicious person,
Alright guys, this is where it gets uncomfortable. The conversation drifts into hypotheticals, training gaps, and badge accountability. The citizen asks tough questions. Why officers dismiss people who know the law? Instead of clarity, we see deflection. This moment highlights a real issue. When authority feels challenged, professionalism is truly tested.
Yeah, I got you. No, like
hey, y'all body cameras rolling?
yeah.
Okay.
Like she just finished explaining to you, we just got a call, right? You know, so whenever we get a call, you know, you're matching the description, we just, you know, come say what's up, right? Make sure you're good, you know what I mean?
But listen, I want to have a lower level conversation real quick. This is my hypothetical question. Why is it that when officers are called to the scene, even if it's not a crime, like what I'm doing right now, why is it that when you engage with a member of the public, when the member of the public state their rights, and if I state penal code, if I state case law, why is it that police officers never think, is he a police officer? It's almost like you guys just be like, he's not a lawyer, he's not a police officer, whatever he's saying. Why is it that type of like posture?
Yeah, no, I mean, we listen to people, right? It's a part of our job, you know, every single day. When people are right, I tell them, okay, you're right. You know what I mean?
Okay, now watch this. Is this a consensual encounter?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Just because it's a call for service.
Right, because it's a call for service.
Yeah.
But when it's a call for service, you guys are here to enforce the law.
Not necessarily.
Then what else do you enforce?
So like reasonable suspicion, right?
What's reasonable?
Reasonable?
That's articulable reason
It's what
suspicion.
a reasonable person would believe. You know what I mean?
Is that a penal code reason?
It's in the penal code.
It says articulable suspicion that a crime.
A second officer joins, attempting to de-escalate. The tone softens, but the legal confusion deepens. Reasonable suspicion is mentioned, but never clearly articulated. This matters. Words like these justify stops, detentions, and searches. Alright guys, notice this. Vague language can quietly replace solid legal grounding during real-world encounters.
Crime is being committed or about to be committed.
I don't know the definition textbook off my head, right? But reasonable suspicion, probable cause, they're all different levels.
Right.
But like I said, call for service, usually just reasonable suspicion. You know what I mean? It's not probable cause, right? Like it's
Right.
not probable cause.
So that's what probably cost me the ID. But that's not what she's saying. We're still here because she's saying I have to ID.
Oh, that's my call, right?
No.
Officer in charge here.
She's officer in charge.
Yeah.
But you still have a duty to correct any erroneous mistakes.
Yeah.
So right. So
I don't see any mistakes going on here. Right?
You just said I don't have the ID. I just told you she said I have to. Now you say you don't see a mistake?
Well, that's her call. Maybe she sees something that I don't.
I don't know what to call you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. How you doing?
You're gonna be good if we leave.
Yeah.
Look, like I mentioned before, you're not committing a crime, right? And
Right.
you're obviously aware of that, right?
Right.
You obviously got concerned citizens. You're recording, right?
But no,
So-
you're nice. But my thing is this. When a member of the public engages with law enforcement, we should be able to give our understanding also in such a way to you guys shouldn't be in a hurry to leave. Because if there was a real investigation, if I was breaking the law, you guys would take your time to detail a police report, what they call them, witnesses. You guys would take your time to get a full report.
Sometimes our hands are limited, right? Like I mentioned earlier, it was just a concerned citizen, so we don't have any information to go based on.
Right. I know that, but I'm saying, like, since you don't have that.
The citizen presses again, calmly pointing out contradictions between officers. One says ID is required, another says it isn't. This isn't about ego, it's about accuracy. The law must be consistent. This section exposes how internal miscommunication can directly impact public trust and potentially violate individual rights without malicious intent.
We don't, and so that the call came out. I'm matching your description. You're obviously holding a camera, you're
Right.
recording, so that's all we have. That's all we have to work on right now. So that's why I'm making contact with you right now.
But for future reference, I just want you to know that is not enough to ID someone.
Okay.
And I think you know that. I think you probably got to update it.
It just
I think
it makes it easier, right? And like I mentioned, you're not in any trouble, like you had mentioned. I'm trying to make contact with you.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm doing my job.
No, you are. But see,
Right.
part of your job is to enforce accurate law. If you're misinterpreting the law, now you're violating someone's rights unknowingly. You can do it knowingly or unknowingly. Like this gentleman, when you went to the car, he said I did not have the ID. That's counterproductive to what you said. So then when I told the gentleman, well, tell her that, then he said, well, it's not my stop. See, now we have a difference of understanding here. We got two law officers saying two different things. That is a problem. You should be on the same page. And then he said he doesn't know the exact penal code verbiage, articulable suspicion. That's another bad thing because you have to know that to make a proper investigation or proper arrest.
I just go into my business. Are you prior law enforcement? Or are you just something that you just study because you like it?
I'm definitely, I've been in government.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, I've been in government, and so.
Look, like I mentioned, you're not in any trouble, and you haven't committed a crime, right? Like I had mentioned before. You're gonna be.
Now we hit the core conflict. The citizen challenges misinformation directly, stating that enforcing inaccurate law is itself a violation. Alright guys, this is powerful. No yelling. No threats. Just facts. The officers begin backing away from earlier claims, reframing the encounter as just a call. A quiet retreat from legal certainty.
But that's not good enough.
Well, the thing is that
Because you gave misinformation. You said I did not have the ID. Did you say that? And then when I said, well, tell her that, there's no proper cause. So then why did you say I have the ID?
Well, because it wasn't a casual encounter.
It just make it easy. That's not a legitimate circumstance. I want to know the right answer. So I'm trying to get you guys to get on the same page. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to know, why did you say I don't have the ID, and why are you saying I do have the
I
ID?
did get dispatched. He didn't get dispatched.
Doesn't matter. He's law enforcement.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is he probably just did a robot. I'm pretty sure he didn't get dispatched to here. I have a call. Like I have an actual call that I call.
I mean, there's always an officer in charge for any situation, but that doesn't mean you didn't know what's going on, right?
Okay, so like I mentioned, I did get a call. I have a call was created for me to make contact with. This isn't like I mentioned. I just didn't casually drive up here and I was on the other side of town when this call came in.
Right.
Right. So all I'm saying is.
Okay, let me ask you this: if I would have gave you my ID, would you have ran my name?
Ran it?
Would you have ran it in the system?
No, I would have logged it in. Just that I made contact with you.
So you wouldn't have ran for warrants?
No, there's a difference. I can log it in that I made contact with you, and obviously you haven't committed a crime. And running it through the NCIC, TCIC,
Right.
which you had mentioned, is totally different. I wouldn't have done that.
Now let me ask you this: how would a member of the public know when you're going to make that discretionary
You
decision?
could have asked me just like you did right now.
But
Or you could have probably heard.
I've
and
done it
wrote
before.
down.
I've done it before, and I know. And that's the bad thing about law enforcement encounter. You know, when a member of the public says something that happened in the past, law enforcement says, "Well, that's a different situation." But
Which it was.
when you guys encounter us, and you say, well, you could be doing this, you could be doing that, then we can say, well, that's a different situation. So it goes both ways, you know.
Well,
Right.
yeah, every situation is different. Unfortunately, we're here because, like I mentioned before, there's a call.
The discussion turns reflective. Would the ID have been run? Could discretion change mid-encounter? This is where public fear comes from, uncertainty. The officers insist no harm was intended, but intent isn't the issue. Process is. This moment shows how easily rights rely on individual discretion rather than firm legal boundaries.
Well, the call that I received, right? And that's basically, like I mentioned, you're not in any trouble or anything like that.
You guys got cards?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can write the CAD number on there, this call for service number on there for me.
You want the CAD narrative number?
Yeah. So, you don't want to say, are you the kind of public official that don't correct their officers when they're wrong?
I don't know if she's right or wrong.
You don't know penal code?
I do.
What's penal code for ID?
Penal code for ID?
Yeah.
It doesn't really make any sense.
What is the penal code for when a member of the public is required to identify themselves?
When they're suspected of committing a crime.
Right. Am I suspected of committing a crime? So
But like I said, we got reasonable suspicion, we got probable cause, we got mere suspicion.
all that is separate though.
Yeah, but you're rambling on about all these different levels.
I'm rambling.
Yeah, you keep throwing different names.
Isn't that what you guys use to articulate an arrest or a citation? You use penal code, right?
Yeah.
So when a member of the
Transportation code for citations.
or right, so when a member of the public brings up penal code, then they're rambling
Well, I mean, you don't really stay on one topic. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
because you guys have no reason to be here. So I have to use subject matter examples to get you guys to understand.
Well, it's like she just finished telling you, man. We do have a reason to be here just because of the call.
Man,
Right? That doesn't mean we're, telling you, hey, you're committing a crime or whatever, right? But it's just a concerned citizen, right? Our citizens are responsible.
You're Daffy Duck. You need to touch up on your law and your fundamentals because you are a casualty to the city, and you, by the way you interpret things, it's not good for law enforcement.
That's not a case number. My stretch check out. It's just the CAD narrative call.
It's information. If you guys are here on an information call.
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
No.
Alright.
All right.
Be safe, man.
Hey, and always remember, every member of the public could be an FBI agent. They could be anybody. So when you give inaccurate.
Alright guys, final takeaway. No crime. No arrest. No citation. But plenty of lessons. This encounter ends peacefully, yet leaves serious questions behind. When citizens know the law and speak calmly, the system is tested. Transparency, education, and accountability are not threats, they're necessities. And this camera captured it all.